Good morning, YouTube. Our micro-learning topic today is on apoptosis. If you are new here, a warm welcome. We are a group of retired professors behind Team BioTech Whisperer making bite-sized videos in life sciences. Let's dive into the topic for today. Introduction to apoptosis. Apoptosis, also known as programmed cell death, is a highly regulated process that plays a crucial role in the development and maintenance of healthy organisms. It is a natural process that occurs in all multicellular organisms and is responsible for sculpting the body plan during development, eliminating damaged or abnormal cells in adults, and maintaining the proper number of cells in a tissue. The term apoptosis comes from the Greek words apo, meaning away from, and tosis, meaning falling, referring to the way in which cells undergoing apoptosis shrink and detach from their neighbors, eventually becoming fragmented and dying. Programmed cell death pathways. There are two main pathways that lead to apoptosis: the extrinsic pathway and the intrinsic pathway. The extrinsic pathway is triggered by signals from outside the cell, such as signals from other cells or from the immune system. These signals are received by receptors on the cell surface, such as death receptors, which then activate a cascade of proteins called Caspases, ultimately leading to the death of the cell. The intrinsic pathway, on the other hand, is triggered by signals from within the cell, such as DNA damage or abnormal cellular metabolism. These signals are detected by sensors within the cell, such as p53, which then activate a cascade of proteins that lead to the death of the cell. Caspases, the workhorses. Both pathways ultimately lead to the activation of a group of proteins called Caspases, which are responsible for breaking down the cell's DNA and other cellular components. The cascade of Caspases activates a group of enzymes called endonucleases, which cleave the DNA, creating a characteristic DNA ladder pattern. Additionally, Caspases activate other enzymes that degrade the cytoskeleton, leading to the shrinkage and fragmentation of the cell. The dying cell also releases signals to neighboring cells and to the immune system, alerting them to the presence of a dying cell. Mutations as the game changer. There are several ways in which cells can become resistant to apoptosis, such as mutations in the genes that control the process or overexpression of anti-apoptotic proteins. This can lead to the accumulation of damaged or abnormal cells, which can contribute to the development of cancer. Cancer cells often have mutations in genes that regulate the intrinsic pathway of apoptosis, such as p53, making them resistant to the normal signals that would lead to their death. Towards specific and targeted therapeutics. Researchers are currently working on developing drugs that can induce apoptosis in cancer cells in order to treat the disease. These drugs, called apoptosis-inducing agents, work by targeting the proteins and pathways involved in the process, with the goal of killing only cancer cells while leaving healthy cells unharmed. For example, some drugs target the extrinsic pathway by binding to death receptors, while others target the intrinsic pathway by inhibiting the anti-apoptotic proteins. Quick summary. Apoptosis is a highly regulated process that plays a crucial role in the development and maintenance of healthy organisms. It is triggered by signals from within and outside the cell, leading to the activation of Caspases and other proteins, ultimately breaking down the cell's DNA and other cellular components. Understanding this process can lead to the development of new cancer treatments. Apoptosis is an important mechanism that allows organisms to maintain homeostasis and to eliminate cells that are no longer needed or are harmful to the organism.